Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you have ever stood completely frozen in the pet food aisle, just overwhelmed by the absolute mountains of cans, pouches, and bags of kibble, trust me, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're basically doing a masterclass in canine culinary science. We're going to demystify that whole aisle by looking directly at the facts so you can make the absolute best choice for your furry best friend. Let's get right into it. But before we even look at the data, I want you to take just a second and picture your own dog, right? Think about their daily routine, their age, their energy levels, and even their little quirks at dinner time. Are they a picky eater? Do they just gulp their food down in 5 seconds flat? Do they have sensitive teeth? What does your specific dog actually need to thrive? Keep that picture in your mind because answering that exact question is the ultimate goal of our time together today. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our menu for the day. First up, the dog food dilemma. Then we'll look at wet food, hydration, and healing. Third, dry food, crunch and convenience. And finally, we'll wrap up with the best of both worlds. Section 1, the dog food dilemma, making the right choice. We know this is a real struggle for dog owners, foster parents, and even veterinary staff. Whether you're a first-time puppy parent or you've been doing this for years, weighing all these options can feel like solving a giant puzzle. But here's the foundational truth we've got to establish right out of the gate. Every single dog is uniquely different. The choice you make between a wet diet and a dry diet, it doesn't just come down to price or, what happens to be on sale. It has a profound daily impact on your dog's hydration levels, the long-term health of their teeth and gums, and honestly, your own daily convenience as an owner. Understanding these impacts is the key to elevating your dog's health from just surviving to absolutely thriving. Moving on to Section 2, wet food, hydration and healing. Now, what's really interesting here is how wet food acts as this incredible sensory and nutritional powerhouse. If you have a picky eater at home, this is often the silver bullet, for sure. The sheer variety of flavors and textures, combined with a much more appealing aroma and rich taste, can tempt even the most stubborn dogs to eat. Plus, it's generally packed with really high-quality protein sources. But perhaps the most vital component, the significantly higher moisture content. That is a total game changer for keeping your dog hydrated throughout the day. So, why does that moisture matter so much? Well, it directly impacts urinary tract health. By naturally increasing a dog's water intake through a high-moisture diet, wet food constantly helps to flush and support the urinary system. It's brilliant because you don't have to stress as much about whether they're actually drinking enough from their water bowl. They are quite literally eating their water during mealtime. This is a massive physiological benefit that can prevent a whole host of painful issues down the road. And beyond everyday health, wet food truly shines when our dogs need a little extra TLC. Because it's so much easier to chew, it's absolutely essential for tiny puppies with developing teeth, senior dogs whose dental health might be declining, or pups recovering from an illness or surgery. I mean, imagine trying to crunch on hard kibble when you have a sore mouth or an upset stomach. No way, right? Plus, if you have a dog that needs to take daily medications, wet food is literally the best medium for hiding those little pills, so they just swallow them without a second thought. There's also this really cool hidden dietary balance at play. Wet food often contains fewer carbohydrates than dry food, meaning your dog can actually feel full with fewer overall calories. How does that work? Because all that water content adds bulk and volume to their meal. They get the deep satisfaction of a full belly, but without piling on the extra carbs that can lead to weight gain. It's a fantastic tool for weight management. All right, Section 3, dry food, crunch, and convenience. Let's move on and see how this builds. So, while wet food dominates the sensory experience, dry food is the undisputed king of practicality. It boasts a significantly longer shelf life and requires absolutely zero refrigeration once opened. You can store a giant bag in your pantry for weeks, which makes it incredibly easy to manage for busy households. Dry food offers some fantastic everyday advantages. First off, it's generally much more affordable than wet food, making it super friendly for your wallet while still offering complete and balanced nutrition in tons of different formulas. But the real star here is the mechanical action of eating it. That crunch, it acts like nature's toothbrush for your dog, helping to scrape away and reduce plaque and tartar buildup with every single bite. And hey, if you're a family on the go, kibble is endlessly easier to transport when you're traveling. No can openers or ice packs required. Setting up a daily routine with dry food is delightfully straightforward. Step 1, it's incredibly convenient to just measure out the perfect portion using a simple cup, ensuring your dog gets exactly the right amount of calories. Step 2, You can actually use their daily kibble as high-value training treats or stuff it into puzzle feeders. This gives them some intense mental stimulation while they eat. It's like a game for them. And step 3, as an owner, you can feel really great about producing significantly less packaging waste per serving compared to cracking open multiple small cans every single day. Oh, and for the working pet parent with a crazy hectic schedule, this is huge. Dry kibble is the ultimate solution for automatic feeders. Because it doesn't spoil quickly at room temperature, you can program a machine to dispense meals exactly on time. Whether you're stuck in traffic or working late at the office, you simply cannot safely do that with wet food. Finally, section 4, the best of both worlds. So, the crucial point is, we've seen the hydrating power of wet food and the undeniable crunch and convenience of dry food. But here's the best part. You don't have to choose just one. These diets complement each other perfectly. Wet food brings the high moisture intake for hydration, while dry food steps in to provide the mechanical chewing for dental care. Wet food brings the rich flavors and dietary variety, while the dry food acts as a sturdy, complete, and balanced base. By mixing them, you are literally covering all of your foundational health bases in a single bowl. As our source material so neatly summarizes, many owners choose a combination of wet and dry food to provide both hydration and dental benefits while offering variety in their dog's diet. This combination is often the ultimate sweet spot. Imagine a scoop of kibble for the crunch and base nutrition, topped with a spoonful of wet food for the hydration, aroma, and just the absolute joy of eating. It keeps dinner time exciting and completely health optimized. We've covered a lot of ground today, right? From the water content that supports urinary tracts all the way to the crunchy kibble that cleans teeth. Now, the power is in your hands. I want to leave you with this final thought. How will you redesign your dog's bowl tonight based on their unique personality and dental needs? Go take a look in your pantry, think about that wonderful pup waiting for their dinner, and see if there's an opportunity to optimize their menu. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy feeding.